something must be wrong. It's a bubble that's gonna break. It's Murphy's Law. But I ain't gonna waste time with the negative. You know that I'm throwing away my lucky charms. I'm gonna think positive. You're the only luck I need, and that's for sure. I'm gonna leave it in the hands of fate and not ask for more. Murphy's Law. Murphy's Law. Murphy's Law. Murphy's Law.
This is what he used to do, and this is what he does today. This is where he used to live, and this is where he lives today. This is how he used to think of freedom, and this is how he thinks of freedom today. That's why he'll pay whatever he has to for it. Last year, Road Pig's clothing, cosmetics, and novelties grossed $135 million. That's why we're going public. Call your broker today for a prospectus. All the freedom money can buy, all the money freedom can bring. Today's Road Pigs.
That's going to be running on the Brinkley Report and Business World for the next 4 weeks.
Yeah, I think that really captures our peak.
I like that commune. Hey, didn't we trash a place like that back in '68?
Ralph Pevney, alias Ratso Pevney, I have a court order compelling you to appear in Superior Court number 508 in the matter of Pevney versus Pevney.
I should have dumped the bimbo at Altamont. Hell, Big Tongue Tucci offered me a six-pack for it.
So, dinner at Pierre's.
Oh, I'm out. Wife's away and too late to find a babysitter.
And so another dismal day dawns in hell. This one I thought this dump couldn't get any worse. Good old Murphy pulls out his cigars. My father smoked them. Thanks to him, my entire childhood smelled like a cigar. My house, my dog, mother, me. It stinks less if you let it go out by itself.
You used to be so cheerful in the morning.
I used to have a home. Of course, that was before one of your colleagues decided to torch the place.
Okay, so this is not the Ritz. But thanks to our homeowner's policy, it's all on First Fidelity Casualty's dime.
I doubt it costs that much.
Just one more night, that's all. The loft will be ready tomorrow.
I thought you'd changed.
Do I know you?
When your file came up for review, the guys at the office said stamp it, reject, and take the day off. But naive young Annie Summers said no, he's making an effort to become a better person. He deserves our help.
Big of you.
Even after that Victor Bodine at your office said that you were living at an adult motel. Naive young Annie Summers said, no, there must be some mistake. And there was. For the millionth time, I put my faith in someone who didn't deserve it. You know what they call me at the office?
Irritating?
Pollyanny. I thought you really wanted to see your daughter.
My daughter? What about my daughter?
The court's not going to grant you visitation rights just because your lawyer asked. I'm a caseworker with the family court. It's my job to determine whether you can offer her a wholesome, stable environment.
This certainly isn't it. I wouldn't set foot in a dive like this. I'm here undercover on a case for the insurance company that I've been working at 3 years steady.
I tried your loft several times in the last few days.
Work, work, work.
My notes also say that you're involved with the model.
Is that bad?
Well,
it's over. Long over. I realized she wasn't stable enough for a stable guy like me.
God, this fungus grows back faster than I can scrape it off.
Keep scrubbing. Cleaning lady. Listen, I could talk stability all day, but I got to get back to the insurance company that I've been working at for 3 solid years. Maybe we could make this later, say around 6 o'clock.
oh, at your loft. That'll give me a chance to assess your home life.
What happened to Taplinger?
Removed.
Removed? Where?
Dustbin of history.
Just like that? Gone?
It's a brutal world, Mr. Murphy. You should get in tune with it.
Does that mean Mr. Hardin's going to get his promotion?
Corporate sending someone. Won't be here for a few weeks. In the meantime, we have a new head honcho.
Snap it up, huh, man? I mean, I don't want my troops looking at failure. Murphy, you're 3 minutes late.
Say it isn't so.
Remember the phrase brutal world?
I'm getting in tune with it.
Actually, I'm thinking of installing time cards, making sure that everybody gives First Fidelity Casualty an honest day's work. Murphy, I want your report on my desk in 1 hour.
I don't have a case.
Well, get one. That's what First Fidelity Casualty pays you for. I'm thinking of installing those efficiency reporting things. Make sure everybody's performing at their optimum. Oh, and from now on, coffee breaks are 8 minutes. Send out a memo on that.
First Fidelity Casualty. Oh, you've got the wrong number. There's no Harrison Okugawa here.
Why are my calls coming in on this phone?
Maybe because this is your desk.
East-West Fashions. Yes, this is Harrison Okugawa. Here's the problem. We're shooting our fall line today, and one of our models broke her leg. Oh, I'm sure Veronique is a stunner, but I understand you got a model named Kimoko Fantucci, right. Yeah, I want her.
I'm allergic to that.
The higher level.
Murph, I'm gonna be sick.
Top dollar, of course. And all expensive. And make sure she's at
Thanks a lot, Murph.
the Chamacomi Indian Reservation entrance at 6 this evening. Do you know where that is? Oh, not too far, 60, 70 miles. It's a wonderful backdrop for our fall line. Thanks. You don't know how much you've helped me. Sorry about the promotion. It should have been yours.
It's a brutal world.
So I'm learning.
Tough case? Merciless war dogs.
Oh. I didn't know we insured the military.
Merciless war dogs is a game, Murphy. It reduces stress.
It's doing a great job. We gotta talk.
Oh.
What's this?
What you ask for every time you say, we gotta talk. An open and shut case. Now, please leave. I'm busy.
It's about my daughter.
Oh, you mean your daughter that you never mentioned to me? Your daughter that I had to learn about from your girlfriend?
That's the one. There's a woman from family court who's deciding if I'm worthy of visitation rights. Say great things about me if she shows up.
Oh, sure, yeah, I'll tell you you're a real close pal. The kind of guy that has a lot of faith in his friends.
Wes, the reason I never told you about my daughter was because I was ashamed.
But you're a father. That's wonderful. How can you be ashamed about that?
I could tell you the life story of every barkeep in town, but I couldn't tell you the slightest detail about my own daughter.
That's awful.
Now I have a chance to change that, and you can help me.
Anything. I'll tell you you're a genius. No, I'll tell you the greatest insurance investigator who ever lived. I'll tell her all the things that you tell me when you ask for a raise.
Just tell her I'm stable.
Stable. Right. I'll tell you you're a changed man since you met Miss Finucci.
No! Not a word about Kimmy. I was shot down last time because of our relationship.
Oh, that must have hit her hard.
Didn't hit her at all. She doesn't know.
Well, you two live together. She's got to find out about that sometime.
Not today. And today is all I need. D.P. Murphy, First Fidelity Casualty. I had no idea there was so much money in guzzling beer and raising towns.
Perhaps you'd like a prospectus.
Some other time. The skunks around?
Pigs.
My mistake.
They're in conference.
Well, I got $1 million for them, but if they're too busy...
Go right in.
So the single most important element about marketing a new cologne is to identify your target customer. Here he is. He's 41. He's got 2 mortgages, 3 kids, and 5 credit cards. Voted for McGovern in 72 and Reagan in 80. And the last daring thing this joker did was thumb through a girly magazine in a mini-mart. He's tired of smelling good. He wants to smell like a pig.
Excuse me, fellas. I'm looking for the owner of a stolen cycle.
Boss Hog?
Anyone will do.
The Boss Hog is a V-twin shovel head just stroked to 88 inches with 8-hanger handlebars, a suicide clutch with a jockey shift. She's got an axe bob tank with a devil's trident for a sissy bar. It's got so much torque it'll flatten your eyeballs. It is not a cycle.
I'm sure it's swell. Now, if you'll just put your X right there, we'll settle up pronto.
We don't want the $1 million. We want the Boss Hog.
You can buy another one. That's what an insurance settlement is for.
There's only one Boss Hog. The one Road Pig Smote's letters on. When we trashed Umford, Idaho, it was there.
When we pillaged Grappleton Falls, Kansas, it was there.
When we bloodied the National Guard, it was there.
It was there until Road Pig Smotes hit that pothole and it just rode over him.
If anyone offered me $1 million, I'd take it.
We're going public in 3 days. We're selling an image. That.
Toughest man alive on the toughest hog ever built. You got any idea what'll happen if word gets out that we lost the boss hog?
Total disaster.
No doubt about it. Road pig stock would be worthless.
People would think we're pansies.
You already are, Uncle. Pop's puking in his grave. Look at you. Bunch of fat suits. Not a righteous biker left.
Listen, Smotes, we were eating asphalt back when you were still tiddling your winks.
Ancient history. I'm living the lifestyle. Last hog I saw you riding mows grass.
I'll just be moseying along.
Wish I could have seen Pop. Outlaw to the bone. Bursting out of hell. His flaming soul riding away and the boss hog away from you fat frauds.
What do you see?
Furniture.
Come on, you can do better than that. Take a good look.
Well, what we have here is a clash between postmodern, Asian industrial minimalism, and a conservative interpretation of traditional thrift store junk.
That's it?
Yeah. That and two people sharing a loft.
Get rid of it. Take it for a ride for a couple of hours.
You're saying take the coffee tables for a spin around the park? Show the lamps a good time downtown?
See you back around 8 o'clock tonight.
Who is it?
Andy Summers, Mr. Murphy.
An hour early.
Come right up.
Good evening, Mr. Murphy.
You're early.
I know it's not very polite, but it's procedure. A good way to catch people off guard before they can put up a false front.
People do that?
I hope I didn't intrude on anything.
Usually I don't let anything interrupt my quality time, but in your case I'll make an exception.
Quality time?
The hours I reserve each day for quiet reflection, for enriching my understanding of myself and what it means to be a good father.
That would explain the postmodern Asian industrial minimalism.
It would?
Your love for meditation, it must spring from your appreciation of the Asian culture.
Absolutely. They're so stable and they make such good cameras.
What's this?
I see you found Kathleen's room.
It's empty.
Not to me. There's her canopy bed, right by the window with the sunlight streaming through. I can see her face every morning. That's her desk over there, where she'll draw magical pictures of magical places where every little girl is a princess. Her vanity, where she'll look in the mirror each morning and the happiest girl on earth will smile back at her.
You've come a long way, Mr. Murphy.
Longer than you think.
I'm very impressed, and I think the court will be too.
Hey. I'm just being myself.
I'm sure our next visits will go just as smoothly.
Next visits?
Well, I'll be around the next few days, maybe poke my head in at First Fidelity Casualty or stop by here for a quick hello. Because after all, you knew I was coming tonight.
Yeah, and a vanity, where she can look in the mirror each morning and see the happiest girl on earth smile back at her. I got the girl. Just make sure the damn furniture gets there tomorrow. Menial Movers. D.P. Murphy. Yeah, the one who sent his furniture out in a day. That's what I'm calling about. You can't bring it back yet. I don't care. You're a moving company. Keep it moving.
Today was the worst day of my life.
I'll run a bath.
I drove 62 miles into the middle of nowhere. The only trace of civilization was this Indian reservation. I was stuck for the day at a bingo parlor, waiting for a photographer who never showed. On the way home, my tire blew. I hitched a ride with a 450-pound trucker named Bruno and his toothless dog, Scat. He gummed me all the way to the gas station. I paid $50 for the only tire they had. It was a retread from their junked hay baler. It blew a mile from the motel. I walked the rest of the way. Broke my best heels.
It's all over. You're in my hands now, and I'm going to take very good care of you.
Oh, things are looking up already. At least I'll be in my own bed tomorrow.
I'm afraid not. The loft is a total disaster. Won't be ready for days. And on top of that, Westgate, the most complicated, difficult case I've ever had. And I'm going to be working really, really late every night until it's settled.
I'm just glad to be with you. Even if it means coming home to this hellhole every night.
How would you like a nice cup of hot tea? Yes, this is Harrison Okugawa. Thank God you're still there. How can I ever apologize for that terrible mix-up today? Of course I'll pay for both days. Just get that same model back to the reservation tomorrow.
You're so good to me.
Mr. Murphy, the big cheese wants to see you.
Now?
Why is it every time I say someone wants to see you, you say now?
Because it's a good question. And I got another one. Why?
He doesn't confide in me.
that out. Neville, send out a memo. No smoking during business hours. Shut the door, Murph. Don't ash on the carpet.
Lighten up, Victor. These are only temporary digs.
Oh, not if I play my cards right, which is why I sent for you. Now, I have 2 weeks to show the brass that I'm the logical choice for this job, and I need everyone's cooperation.
Count me in.
I was hoping for a little more enthusiasm, Murph.
Wesley Hardin should have had this job permanently. Why he was passed over, I'll never know.
Murphy. Murphy. We're still on the same team. It's just that now I'm the coach. And if you don't want your life to be a living hell, you have to play for me.
I'll do my job.
I need everybody to go a bit further than that, Murph. I've asked everybody in the office to write a few lines extolling my virtues as Taplinger's replacement. Perhaps a born leader. Oh, gee, I gave that one to Ed to use. Maybe instilled a new spirit. Phyllis is going to use that one. Well, you get the idea. Just don't make it too flowery.
How about this? You don't have a shred of human decency, you little worm.
Needs work. I'd hate to have to bench you, Murph.
You're a real feeling person, Victor.
Well, it's a brutal world, huh?
I'm in tune.
Yes.
Worm. Road pigs.
Road pigs.
Status.
Solved.
What was that?
What was what?
Where's the settlement report?
In the computer as we speak.
Well, it better be good, or Murphy's gonna fry. Hand it over.
Darn disk drive. Always crashing. You'll get it in an hour.
If that report goes down in flames, so do you, flyboy.
The kid did it? What kid?
Excuse me, I'm looking for Wesley Hardin.
I just left.
What about Harriet Taplinger?
You'll have to go a long way to find her.
Neville, send out a memo, will you, please? Just 1 lump of sugar per cup of coffee.
Perhaps the acting vice president can help you.
Victor Bodine.
Mr. Bodine, we spoke on the phone. Annie Summers from the family court.
My alimony checks are only like a day late, okay? A couple of weeks tops. But that woman is bleeding me dry.
I don't know anything about that, Mr. Bodine. I'm doing a background check on Daedalus Patrick Murphy.
Really?
I'm afraid I can't divulge the reason. That's confidential.
Of course. How may I help you?
Well, I'd really like to find out how he functions in the workplace. What sort of man he is.
Yes, well, right this way. Hold all my clothes.
What an unexpected pleasure. How nice to see you.
Charmed, I'm sure. We got a complete children's set downstairs.
That goes by the window where the sunlight will stream in on her face. So much for sunlight. If that's the desk, put it in the corner.
Where she can draw magical pictures of magical places where every little girl is a princess. That's a beautiful bed, Mr. Murphy. I hope Kathleen gets a chance to see it soon.
You mean that?
Yes, but I'm afraid there are still some questions.
Coming through.
Let's get out of the flight path. Ask away.
I went to First Fidelity Casualty today.
Where you met Mr. Harden. A splendid fellow, isn't he? And a rock-solid judge of character.
No, Mr. Harden was out. I spoke to Victor Bodine.
You did?
He raised some disturbing issues, such as your constant drinking.
I'm in AA.
Mr. Bodine says that's what you tell everyone.
Because it's the truth. Check my records. Talk to my counselor.
What about your raging libido?
My raging what?
According to Victor Bodine, there isn't a woman who's safe from your groping in the office. That's why Harriet Taplinger quit. She couldn't stand your constant sexual harassment.
Good old Victor. He didn't bench me. He sent me to the showers.
Sign here. Okay, boys, start hauling up the junk.
Excuse me.
You can't bring my stuff back now.
I agreed to date your furniture friend and never said I'd marry it.
Look around. Is this a den of iniquity strewn with empty liquor bottles, hot and cold blondes running in and out?
Hardly.
Believe your eyes, Miss Summers. Victor Bodine told you about a Murphy that doesn't exist anymore.
The kid did it? You call that a report? What kid?
Excuse us.
Duly smotes! My God, can't you figure out anything by yourself?
Just one more second.
You buy and sell used furniture, right?
Yeah.
Great. Take this stuff away and keep it.
All of it?
Every stick.
My colleagues are always coming to me for advice. I hate to bring my work home, but what can one do when one's help is so desperately needed?
What's going on here?
Oh, you can start in the bathroom.
You said the loft was a disaster.
You should see the fungus on the tiles.
Murphy!
Leading lady.
Isn't she the same one from the motel?
Tragic story. Boat people. Family of 20. I thought I'd try and help her out with some extra work.
Well, I've got a report to write.
Hope it's a good one.
I wouldn't worry about it, Mr. Murphy. You've earned my trust.
You forgot this, morons.
Hey! What was that bimbo doing sitting on my bed? Where the hell is my bed?
This is the worst claims report I've ever seen.
It's a brutal world.
You said the loft was a disaster.
Looks fine to me.
You said you were working on the most complicated case ever.
Solved it like that.
Wes, aren't you supposed to be on a photo shoot?
How did you know that?
You talk in your sleep.
Okagawa sounded like a phony to me, so I backed out.
Who's Okagawa?
It's a good question. Instead, I thought I'd surprise you and clean up our place.
The surprise part worked.
And what do I find? I find you here with a woman on my bed.
It's not what you think.
No, I think. I have been used, tricked, and humiliated.
She's a family court counselor.
I don't care if she's a flying nun.
she'll decide whether I got my act together enough to see my kid once in a while.
Why the lies, Murphy? Why couldn't you just tell me?
I didn't know how to say our relationship makes me look bad.
So that's it, huh? I'm just good time Kimmy? A little bed warmer?
You know that's not true.
No. It's not the truth that bothers me. It's that you couldn't tell me.
You really blew it this time, Murphy. Wait up!
Oh, buzz off!
Miss Finucci,
You knew about this, didn't you?
Listen.
Before me!
I'm always the last one to know. Did Murphy bother to tell me he had a daughter? Me, his oldest friend. No, he told you.
Well, I'm the one who took him in when he had no place else to go.
Oh, I'm the one who fought off his bill collectors.
I'm the one who sat through his DTs.
I'm the one who fabricated performance reviews. I risked my job so Murphy could save his. Oh, listen to us, bickering like a couple of 3-year-olds. Look, you know Murphy, he doesn't mean to hurt anyone. He's lost for so long. He sometimes tries too hard to win.
Murphy made a big mistake today.
Well, that doesn't mean you have to make one too, Miss Finucci. Look, I think I know how we can help Murphy. Boss Hog in Smote's garage. Now at least Murphy can keep his job.
Do you have the slightest idea what you're doing?
Don't be insulting.
Do you need a hand?
This is a delicate procedure, Miss Finucci. It requires all my concentration and skill.
How about a hairpin? Nothing like working with a pro. Open it. Get out!
You're relentless, I'll say that for you.
Listen, I lied to you about my living arrangements, about my relationship with Kimmy, but I was so desperate to see my kid. 2 wrongs are only the beginning.
An apt philosophy, Mr. Murphy.
Have you filed your report?
It's going in tonight.
I guess I'm not going to win any blue ribbons, am I?
You think you deserve any?
Come to the loft. One last time. No props, no costumes. Just me in my natural habitat.
There's no point to that.
The point is, I want you to see how I really live. Who I live with. If you're going to turn me down, at least do it on the truth. You don't owe me anything, Miss Summers. It's just... forget it.
Mr. Murphy, naive young Annie Summers rides again. 5 o'clock, your loft.
I'm not gonna pay $300 for my own furniture.
Not yours, mine. You gave it to me.
It was a misunderstanding. I didn't mean take all of it.
You want it? $300.
You're gouging me.
That's what I do best. What's it gonna be?
Okay. You win. I'll get you the rest tomorrow.
Take it away, boys.
Wait! Collateral. My girlfriend's car parked out back.
Enjoy your furniture.
I want to report a stolen car. Welcome, Annie, to the way I live. To the way I really live.
You can't bring that in here. You're right, Murphy. The kid did do it.
And we did it back to him.
That's great. Now do it somewhere else.
This is the most exciting day of my life.
You can tell me all about it tomorrow.
Well, they chased us up streets and then down alleys and even through a couple of buildings.
Yeah, but they couldn't keep up with us. We lost.
I think they found you.
Sales in our licensed clothing division is up 25% over last quarter. And we anticipate the introduction of our new Road Piglet infant line to send us through the roof. Therefore...
Hold that. First Fidelity Casualty has our hog, but they're under siege.
Let's ride.
Come on, let's go. Let's get him. Move it out.
Yeah.
Where are you taking that?
Boats wants it, he can have it.
After what we went through to get it back?
It'll be even better the second time. Can you believe it, Miss Summers? I ordered a two-wheeler for my daughter, and this is what they send. You think that'll fly?
Daedalus Patrick Murphy,
Who are you?
I have a subpoena for you to appear as a witness to the recovery of the boss hog in the matter of Pevney versus Pevney.
Who's Pevney? I don't know any Pevneys.
Mr. Hardin, I have a court order attaching this bike until Mrs. Pevney's complaint is adjudicated.
You can't have it. It goes back to the road pigs.
Oh, my dead body.
Who are you?
I'm a Pevney.
It's yours.
No! 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 No!
I told them this wasn't a claims office, Miss Summers, but some people never listen.
We're here for the hog, and nobody's gonna stop us.
It's yours.
No!
Nobody touches that hog but me.
Aunt Velma.
Don't you Aunt Velma me, you little weasel.
Would you believe it, Miss Summers? They threw a surprise birthday party for me. They threw a surprise costume birthday party for me.
We're here for the boss hog.
It's yours.
No!
The only hog you'll ever see is the one staring back at you in the mirror.
Velma, no.
Sycometti.
I have a court order enjoining Vincent Scrank Gillis, Cy Primo Gineski, Harvey Mojo Seidelbaum, Ralph Renzo Pevney, a.k.a. the Road Pigs from...
Uncle Ratso, what are you doing with these pansies?
You shut up, Dooley. You've already caused enough trouble here.
After all you said about how they sold out, how their fat butts weren't worthy to sit on the hog, after you practically begged me to steal it.
Look, I was gonna have him bring it back. I just wanted to postpone us going public until the divorce was final, so the cow wouldn't get another dime.
Jackass!
You wait, Velma, no! Stole that now!
You sold your stones out years ago!
some quick observations from a disinterested party. You sold out for a fast buck. You want an even faster buck. You're a confused kid, hungry for attention. You I hate. And I'm a jerk who's very sorry. Now listen up. A lady's coming here who's going to decide if I can ever see my kid. So take a hike.
Best report I've ever seen, Murphy.
Yeah, it's a great job getting our hog back, Murphy.
Bathroom's fungus-free, Mr. Murphy.
Miss Summers, this is Gimme.
This is the police. You are completely surrounded. This is the police. You are completely
Hands up on the wall.
Annie Summers, Kimiko Fanucci.
Hello. Nice to finally meet you without a bucket in your hands.
Truth is, all that Japanese furniture belongs to Kimmy. And if I'm stable at all, it's because of her. I tried to hide her from you because I thought she'd foul up my chances. But if the family court can't tell, she's the best thing in my life.
I'll take that into consideration.
That's all I ask.
Ma'am?
You got through to her, Murphy. She might surprise you.
Cheer up, Murph. At least we found the boss hog for you.
Completely trashing the loft in the process. But thanks for the thought, Wes.
Kimiko Fanucci?
That's me.
We recovered your stolen car.
Been one of those days, hasn't it?
A stolen car, damaged living quarters. First Fidelity Casualty is going to have to take a long, cold look at your policy come renewal time, Murphy.
Arrest me before I kill this man.